YouTube and the fragrance world, thank you so much for stopping by today. My name is Benjamin, and I review fragrances, colognes, perfumes, and all things scent related. So I really appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much. And if you want to join me on a fragrance journey, get the best bang for your buck, save money, explore fragrances, and have a fun time, that's what we're here about today. So let's jump into this list. Yes, this is the top 10 best fall fragrances of 2019, and this is going to be a fantastic list. I sincerely think that these are some of the best on the market, and you're really not going to be able to find a lot better than this list out there. You know, this is a fantastic list. It's going to save you money, and you're going to come across and hear about some of the best fragrances out there. So what's not to love? So of course, if I earn your like, your comment, your subscribe, all those things, I would love that. And of course, comment below. Let me know that you love this video. So let's jump into this list. So the first one I have to share with y'all is none other than Ferragamo F Black, a remarkable fragrance. Smells a little bit like Mont Blanc Individual, but to me this one's better. This one only cost about $20 or so it's a really good value for the money. And you might think you're going to get a weak fragrance for 20 bucks, but this stuff actually performs. It's just about beast mode, and it does a really good job. It's mass appealing, it has a little bit of that blue DNA, a little bit of that fabric DNA going on in this fragrance, and it's spicy, it's masculine. Some people think this fragrance is a little too strong. Just go easy on the sprays indoors. Trust me, this stuff is does a great job. It gets compliments, it gets positive attention. It's one of the best fragrances for the money out there. It's not the most natural, but again, $20, this kind of performance, and it's mass appealing. It puts up a serious fight to Mont Blanc Individual, and honestly, this might be better than Spice Bomb for the average guy out there. Spice Bomb is really good, and it's mass appealing, but that one sometimes is hard to get, and hard to get your hands on. It's not heavily discounted. This one's like half of the price, if not less. So check out this one. Great value for money. Next one I have to share with y'all is none other than Valda Serena's Private Affair. Now this is a fantastic fragrance. It too is around the $25 range, but not for long. Valda Serena is kind of connected to Hugo Boss, but they're special. They have a nice flair, and the quality is actually kind of good on these. You don't get the strongest longevity or performance with this guy, but boy is it beautiful. And when these get discontinued, the prices skyrocket. So get it while it's around. Get it while it lasts. This fragrance smells a little bit like Ombre Leather by Tom Ford, which is remarkable, an excellent fall fragrance. But I think this one, I highly suggest it for the money because it has a little bit of a sandalwood type of feel to it as it dries down. It's so sensual, it's so inoffensive. This can be dressed up or dressed down. This one is a little bit better for the office environment, or for when you're going to be close to people, maybe shopping, maybe holiday shopping, maybe in group parties, maybe even getting into Christmas when we get into our fall list. When you're close to people, this is a really beautiful fragrance. It does the job. It's sensual, it's nice. You get sandalwood, you get tonka, you get all those good things with a nice little leather vibe wrapped around it all. So a really nice fragrance. This one's not talked about enough. This one's a hidden gem, guys. Check this one out. Again, it's not the best performer, but for $25, get it while it lasts. It's a really good fragrance. Soft, inoffensive. It has all kinds of good things going on. So another one I had to bring out. Of course, I have to bring out a classic fragrance, or a fragrance that's going to speak to the classic man. This is none other than Lacoste Pour Homme, sometimes called Lacoste Grey. A lot of people don't like the Lacoste ranges and the fragrances, but this is probably one of their best, if not their best offering. You're getting plum, you're getting leather, you're getting almost a classic lavender type of fragrance that leans on the gourmand side of things. There's sweetness, this is playful, this is easy to wear. Really, you can get compliments with this fragrance, no doubt about it. This is not an old fragrance, this is not an outdated fragrance. And this one can be dressed or worn to the office. It can be dressed up. So again, a fantastic versatile fragrance, very good for the fall. Lavender just feels beautiful and seems to do remarkably in the fall. So if you've never tried a lavender fragrance, if you've liked lavender but never felt like you found one that speaks to you, check this one out. It's a beautiful fragrance. It has a lot of things going on. Again, not the most natural, but for the $25, $30 range for a full-size bottle, this is a really good value for money. It's a compliment getter, It's mass appealing. Really hard to beat Lacoste Pour Homme. You know, if you want to be playful or have a kind of a party fragrance for a mature man, or even the younger guys who want to dress up a little bit, this one's really good. So the next one I have to share with y'all is none other than Hugo Boss, you know, Bottled Oud. This is the Oud Flanker. They took that beautiful apple and spice, look kind of that apple pie DNA of the original, and gave it a base. I really love that this fragrance feels more complete, because I thought the originals felt a little bit, they needed something to give them a little bit of structure. They didn't feel like a complete fragrance all the time. Those Boss bottled fragrances with the apples and the spice and that really classy feel. The added oud here is very Western. It's very easy to approach. This fragrance is nice, sweet, cinnamon, apples, and a little bit of a mysterious woody vibe. So don't be scared of the oud in this fragrance. If you've never bought an oud, or if you've been scared of oud before, jump into this one. This one's going to do you just right. It's not going to scare you away with being stinky or skanky or anything like that. So definitely check out Hugo Boss Bottled Oud. A really good fragrance for the fall. One of the best out there. And this one probably is going to get discontinued, and the price is going to go up on this one too. So get it while it lasts. Hugo Boss Bottled Oud. Next one is a hidden gem in the fragrance world. I have to do a review of this one, and I am very happy to have learned about this fragrance. This is one of the hidden gems in the fragrance world. One of the best fragrances for the money. One of the fragrances that's going incognito, that's underneath, you know, the iron curtain of the fragrance world. Maybe other reviewers are hiding this fragrance. I don't know what's going on out there. But this one is called Maharis by the house of Le or Bellorio. I don't speak this language, and I don't know how to say that, but it's a beautiful fragrance. What you're getting is one of those desert fragrances, not dessert, desert fragrances, but with a little bit of the dessert vibe. That's the way I'm going to put it. I think of a desert, and then you have beautiful dessert as well. So this fragrance smells like sand. It smells like a beautiful, beautiful day out, you know, on a hot beach. But then you get a wonderful vanilla that comes through. There's this beautiful, almost tiramisu type of chord with this fragrance. It gets sweet. It leans a little bit more on the gourmand side, but it's mass appealing. But again, it has that desert or that sand vibe. Very interesting fragrance. And because it's sweet, because it's soft and tantalizing, it's actually very mass appealing. This stuff actually works on dates. And it's a very interesting fragrance that other people actually are going to go crazy for around you. I would show you the sprayer on some of these fragrances, but I hate wasting these fragrances, and this one has to be imported. So there's very few places on eBay, and there's one place on Amazon where you can get this. You might be scared away. You might be thinking that this is an exclusive, expensive fragrance. You can get this fragrance for about $50 to $60 USD. And it's a 50 mil, so it's not the cheapest fragrance, but it's beautiful. If you want something that's on the sweet side and the playful side, something interesting, unique, very exclusive, kind of niche for a $50 or $60 price tag, less than a full-size bottle at your local mall, this is a beautiful fragrance. Y'all got to check this stuff out. It's a remarkable fragrance. It speaks to me. It does a wonderful job, and I'm really happy to have this in my collection. Very proud to have it. And it's a remarkable fragrance. Maharis. I'm going to put links in the description if I can for this one. And check this one out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So I have another fantastic fragrance to share with y'all here today. I just did a review of this one. This is none other than Petra Blue by Fragranza. Now this is an interpretation or a clone of Lapis Lazuli by the house of Armani. Their exclusive line, their Armani Prive. And this one smells beautiful. You're getting plum, a musky, incensey vibe with this fragrance. It's playful, it's light, it's sweet, but you're getting incense, you're getting kind of a musky vibe. It's remarkable, it's very soft, it's very approachable. I think that this is one of the best inoffensive fall fragrances out there. It has a little bit of density and a little bit of weight. It has a beautiful soft charm to the fragrance. It's mass appealing, it can get you compliments, but it's not too loud. Nothing in this fragrance is going to stand out too much. But again, this fragrance is a little bit unique. It has a little bit of honey tobacco, not too much. It's very soft, very approachable, a very nice fragrance indeed, and I really do like this fragrance. It has a soft, almost sandalwood-like a feel with the dry down, which of course I love so much. So check this one out, Peach Blue by Fragranza. I've fallen in love with this fragrance, and I really think it's worth the money. This one's about $60 USD for 60 mils, so it's not a bad value, and it's bite-sized, so definitely check this one out. So guys and gals, we're kind of jumping to some of the more exclusive fragrances. Some of the fragrances that are more expensive. I wanted to mix this one in. This is one of the more expensive, but I'm going to be jumping to one that's a great value right after this fragrance. But the one I'm talking about right here, right now, is Journeyman by Amouage. I'll put a picture up here today. I just have a decant of this beauty. What you're getting here is a beautiful leather fragrance, a kind of like Tuscan leather, a fresh, mature, rugged leather, but it's smoothed out. It's very approachable, very nice fragrance, and it has Szechuan pepper. This fragrance is not like red pepper. It smells a little bit more fiery. The pepper's a little bit more energetic, and this fragrance has a character and a personality all of its own. This fragrance is remarkable. Journeyman needs a lot more love, especially for the fall. I don't know why other reviewers don't talk about it. Other reviewers don't seem to love this fragrance, Journeyman, but it's a really good fragrance. It's really versatile for the fall and the winter. It's one of the best out there if you're looking perhaps for a leather fragrance. And Amouage fragrances are expensive, but you can find them discounted out there. And if you want to go for, you know, one of the decanters, one of the subscription services out there, you know, check them out, see what you think. You can get your money's worth and try out the fragrance. So I think Journeyman is a fantastic fragrance. Give it a chance. Spicy, interesting leather fragrance. So give it a chance. I promised y'all one of the best fragrances that's a value for the money. One of the best fragrances out there that's going under the radar. And I have it here today for you. This is none other than Peruvian Ambrette by Zegna. This is their private line. But don't be scared. If you look this up, yes, the full retail price is about $150. But I don't know if this whole brand or if just their private line has been closed or discontinued. But if you look at the right places, there's a few bottles out there of this still out there for $55. Yes, $55 for a full-size bottle of a $150 fragrance. That is an amazing value. You're paying 30% or like 1/3 of the original cost. The quality is here. This is worth every penny. This fragrance really was worth $150 when it came out. Peruvian Ambrette, if you're unfamiliar with Ambrette, is a very interesting musky accord. This fragrance has a little bit of a leather nuance as well, but it's a kind of a fresh, deep, musky fragrance. Very mass appealing. Interestingly enough, this fragrance is versatile and can be dressed up or dressed down. The quality is here. Just look at this bottle. It is a very strong magnetic cap. It's just a beauty to behold. For $55, this is probably the best value for a fragrance that I've ever gotten and I've ever paid for ever in my collection. Check this one out. Peruvian Ambrette is not going to let you go. It's not going to do you wrong. And if you've never had a musk fragrance, if you've always been scared of musk, if you've been interested in a musk fragrance, this is the one to get for the value and for the money while the supplies last. So check it out. This one is amazing. Very happy to have it in my collection. Very happy that I was willing to try this. And you are probably going to have to blind buy this beauty just like I did. But this one, if you know that you like musk, I would suggest going for it. It's a really good fragrance. Peruvian Ambrette, one of my favorite fragrances now in my collection. It's beautiful. It's a remarkable fragrance. So guys and gals, we're jumping to the end of the list. We're getting to the very end of this video. And I have to share with y'all one of my favorites from my collection. This is none other than Guerlain Parfum Intense. This is, I don't know if it's been reformulated. This is the vintage or the original bottle. The new one is just called Guerlain Parfum. And it comes in kind of their regular bottle. But this one is a beautiful deep green fragrance that is boozy. A beautiful mojito note. This stuff is intoxicating. It's remarkable. It's smooth. It's almost suede-like. It's almost leather-like, but it's a boozy green fragrance through and through. If you like classic fragrances, but you wanted something more modern, something more playful, something just remarkable, this is a true beauty. If you've always wanted a green fragrance, I highly suggest that you go for this one. This one is a little bit more mature, maybe 25 plus. But if you want to smell like an elegant, well, sophisticated man, a little bit on the seductive side of things, wear this to a date, wear this to a party, wear this in a special situation, and this will not do you wrong. This is a remarkable fragrance, and it just smells beautiful. There's something special about this fragrance. This is a personal favorite of mine, Guerlain Homme Parfum. If you can find a vintage bottle, the Parfum Intense. It is a remarkable fragrance. Check it out. So the last one I have to share with y'all today is a remarkable fragrance. It is quite good as well, and I wanted to share this one at the very end for a good reason. I want to say that I don't get into hype. I don't follow hype. As you can tell from this list, that I'm not making my list based off anybody's other lists or suggestions or recommendations. I try to find the best of the best fragrances out there for y'all and share them with you. I am not following a hype trend with this fragrance. This fragrance actually doesn't get a lot of love in the fragrance community. This is Godolphin's by Parfums de Marly. This is a remarkable fragrance. What you're getting here is, again, another beautiful, soft, spicy fragrance. This fragrance definitely does take inspiration or some of the good side of Tuscan leather. I feel like this fragrance is a little bit more universally appealing. It has a little bit of that Tom Ford vibe definitely going on. It's a spicy fragrance, a nice rugged leather. I feel like this one is a little bit lighter. It's a little bit more transparent, but it still has great performance. This one doesn't disappoint with the performance, but it doesn't seem to have the density or the maturity of Tuscan leather. It's not watered down per se, but they gave it a little bit more tonka. They gave it a little bit more of that ombre leather type of feel. Again, if you want to go for that, that one's a remarkable fragrance for the fall. But this one has a little bit more character. It's a little bit more special. And I mentioned this one at the end because I honestly think that ombre leather or even Tuscan leather, if you like the bold, the strong, and perhaps the mature, is the way to go. But every time I seem to wear this fragrance, every single time people seem to smell this around me, this fragrance seems to be much more likable, much more easily approachable or accessible to people around me. This one seems to get more compliments. This one seems to really, speak to people more. I don't know what it is, if it's my skin chemistry or as it dries down, it becomes a little bit more of a playful scent. But this one really does work for if you're looking for a leather spicy fragrance and you want something more on the mass appealing side. I think Parfums de Marly does a really good job at making fragrances that are mass appealing and they have some character, but still people really like the fragrance and it's going to get you positive attention. So definitely check out Godolphin if that's the kind of thing you want. I really hope that you enjoyed this list. I feel like these are some of the best fragrances for compliments, for performance. Some of the best fragrances out there. I've got you hidden gems. I've got you amazing values, affordable fragrances, cheapies. I've gotten you some exclusive fragrances, some of the best deals out there. And really, you're going to be smelling unique if you really go for some of these. So thank y'all so much for being here today. This is the Scentatar Fragrance Channel. I really appreciate every single one of y'all for watching. I hope that I've earned your like, your comment, your subscribe. I hope that you enjoy my content and that you enjoy this video. And of course, I do these videos for y'all, and I hope that y'all enjoy them. I hope that you enjoy them. Please let me know in the comment section below if you do. And I'm going to see y'all next time. Be smelling great this fall. Have a fantastic fall. Have a fun time. Go to the festivals. Go to the parties. Have a fun time. Meet new people. Do all those things. And I'll see y'all next time. This has been the Scentatar Fragrance Channel again. And wear what you love. I'll see y'all next time. Let me know in the comment section what you're going to be wearing this fall. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.